Welcome back, guys. Quick question. How many hours a day do you spend studying English? Like, how do you learn English? Do you memorize vocabulary, do exercises, or something else? And are you tired of spending hours studying English and not improving? Have you ever noticed that some people can speak English fluently without much study? It feels like they are cheating.
Cheating? I like the sound of that. But seriously, Noah, who hasn't felt that frustration? Like, you study and study, but it's like running in circles.
Yeah. Have you ever spent hours memorizing vocab or grammar only to feel totally stuck?
Oh, for sure. And then you see someone else just breezing through it, and you're like, what am I doing wrong?
Right? That's why today we're sharing 7 tips to help you learn English faster, smarter, and honestly, more efficiently.
So, grab a coffee, settle in, and let's dive into these game changing tips.
Tip 7. Avoid sugary foods.
Noah, we're talking about learning English. Why are you bringing up sugar? Are we baking now?
Ha ha ha. Not baking, Luna, but it's actually really important. What you eat affects your focus and memory, and that's huge when you're learning something like a new language.
Wait, you're saying the snacks I eat could be the reason I sometimes feel so brain foggy when I study?
Exactly. Think about it. If you eat a lot of sugary foods, like candy or pastries, they give you a quick energy rush. But then, boom, you crash. And that crash makes it harder to concentrate and remember things.
Ah, so that explains why after I have cookies with my tea, I feel sleepy instead of energized.
Yep, that's why it's better to eat what we call brain foods. Things like nuts, fish, berries, dark leafy greens. They help keep your mind sharp and your memory strong.
Wow, okay. So, next time I'm studying, instead of reaching for chocolate, I should grab like a handful of almonds or blueberries.
Exactly. Those are perfect examples. Even things like avocado or a bit of dark chocolate, not too sweet, are great choices.
Interesting. But why does this matter so much for learning English, specifically?
Well, learning a language takes serious brain power. You need focus to pick up new words, memory to recall grammar rules, and energy to stay motivated. If your brain isn't fueled right, it's like trying to drive a car on empty.
Makes sense. So, it's not just about studying hard, it's about taking care of your body too.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Your brain is the engine and food is the fuel. Healthy snacks keep it running smoothly.
All right, Noah, you've convinced me. No more candy during study sessions. It's time to load up on walnuts and maybe some salmon for dinner.
That's the spirit. Trust me, it'll make a difference. A sharper mind means faster learning. Tip 6. Change your mindset.
All right, Noah, I've got a question for you. Why is mindset such a big deal when learning English? Isn't it just about practicing and studying hard?
Oh, it's a huge deal, Luna. Your mindset can either push you forward or hold you back. Think about it. If you believe you can do something, you're way more likely to actually do it.
Okay, but let's be real. Sometimes it's hard to stay positive, especially when you feel like you're not making progress.
True, and that's why it's important to shift how you think about learning. Instead of saying, I have to learn 50 new words today, try, I'll master 5 super useful words and really understand how to use them.
Oh, I like that. It feels less overwhelming and more achievable.
And here's another one. Instead of thinking, English is so hard, tell yourself, I'll master this step by step. It's all about giving your brain positive instructions.
That reminds me of the saying, your brain believes what you tell it. So if you tell it you'll succeed, it'll actually work with you instead of against you.
You've got it. I mean, imagine 2 people. One is super stressed, thinking, I'll never get this, while the other is calm and confident, saying, I've got this. Who do you think will learn faster?
Definitely the confident one. Stress just slows you down.
Right. Learning English is hard enough without beating yourself up. A positive mindset boosts productivity, motivation, and even your ability to remember stuff.
So, It's not just about what you do, it's about how you think while doing it.
If you go into your study session with the right attitude, you'll be more focused and get better results.
All right, everyone, start telling yourself, I'm amazing at learning English every morning.
Perfect. Positive affirmations go a long way. Your brain listens to what you say, so talk to it like it's your best friend.
Tip 5. Use timers. All right, Noah, let's talk about timers. How does something so simple make such a big difference in learning English?
Timers are game changers, Luna. Have you ever noticed how, if you have all day to do something, it somehow takes the whole day?
For sure, like cleaning my room. I think I'll do it in an hour, but it ends up taking all afternoon.
That's Parkinson's law. Tasks expand to fill the time you give them. But when you set a timer, it forces you to focus. It's like telling your brain, hey, we've got 25 minutes, let's go.
Ah, so that's where the Pomodoro technique comes in, right? Work for 25 minutes, then take a short break?
Yep, that's the one. It's perfect for English practice, like reviewing vocabulary, practicing speaking, or even listening to podcasts. You stay focused because you know there's a time limit.
I love that. And it's way less stressful than thinking, I have to study for hours. 25 minutes feels doable.
And during those 25 minutes, you give it your full attention. No distractions, no multitasking, just pure focus.
So, what happens after the 25 minutes? Do you stop completely?
No, no. You take a 5-minute break, grab a snack, stretch, whatever. Then, if you're still feeling good, you do another 25 minutes. But even if you only do one Pomodoro, you've made progress.
That's so much better than sitting for hours and barely absorbing anything. It keeps your energy up too.
And here's the cool part. When you work against the timer, it feels like a challenge. It's kind of fun, like a little race with yourself.
So, guys, next time you practice English, setting a timer. Let's see how much you can get done in 25 minutes.
You'll be amazed, trust me. Just remember, when you give yourself all day, you'll take all day. But with a timer, you'll fly through your tasks.
Tip 4. Start with answers. Noah, here's a question for you. Why would starting with answers help someone learn English faster?
Good question, Luna. It's because questions and answers show you the patterns. Think about it. Exams, conversations, even emails, they all follow certain structures.
Oh, I see. Like if you practice common questions and answers, you're already preparing for real situations.
Let's say you're practicing for an English test. If you review end-of-chapter questions first, you see what's important, and it works for conversations too. For example, if someone asks, "What do you do?" you've already practiced how to answer.
That makes sense. It's like focusing on what you'll actually need instead of wasting time on random stuff.
Now, and here's a cool resource, our ebook, 400 Daily Questions and Answers. It has 400 of the most common English conversation questions, plus tons of expressions to help you respond naturally.
That sounds awesome. I love how it's so practical. And there's a free sample, right?
Yep, you can check it out first to see if it works for you. It's all about quick improvement. If you know the answers, you're ready for the conversation.
It sounds so much faster than trying to learn everything at once.
It really is. You're learning smarter, not harder. Plus, when you focus on questions and answers, you feel more confident because you've already seen the patterns.
Love it. I think this might be my favorite tip so far. Let's move on.
Tip 3. Prioritize key content.
Okay, so let's talk about prioritizing content. Noah, why is it so important to focus on specific material when studying English?
Well, Luna, it's because of the 80-20 rule. 20% of what you learn gives you 80% of the results. That means if you focus on the right content, you'll improve way faster.
Ah, so it's not about learning everything, but focusing on the most important things.
So, Luna, let me ask you, why do you learn Spanish? Is it for exams, travel, or work?
I'd say a mix of work and travel. But for exams, I know you'd focus on academic vocabulary, right?
Yes, exactly. Like if you're preparing for something like the IELTS, you want to focus on the vocabulary that will actually show up. It's all about knowing the patterns, what topics come up in the test, what type of vocabulary you need.
That's so smart. So, if someone's learning for a job, they should focus on the vocabulary and expressions used in their specific field, like business English for meetings, emails, and presentations.
Right. If you're in business, it's better to learn expressions for meetings and how to write emails than memorizing random words you might never use. High frequency vocabulary is key.
Got it. So, whether it's exam prep or work related, don't waste time on rare words. Focus on what's used most often in real life.
And once you know those, you'll be able to handle almost anything in English. Trust me, you'll be surprised by how much faster you improve when you focus on the essentials.
Tip 2. Focus on weaknesses. All right, moving on to our next tip, focusing on your weaknesses.
If you keep repeating what you're good at, you're not really improving. But if you tackle your weaknesses, that's where real growth happens.
That makes sense. So, if you're avoiding something difficult, like pronunciation or a tricky grammar rule, that's exactly what you need to work on.
Yes, take pronunciation, for example. If you're having trouble with certain sounds, it's easy to just skip over them. But practicing those sounds can make a huge difference in how clearly you speak.
So, it's like if you're bad at grammar, don't just keep reading other grammar rules. Go back to the ones that confuse you and work on those.
Yep. The goal is to be conscious of where you're struggling and then take action. Don't just avoid the challenge. You'll be amazed by how much faster you'll improve when you focus on these areas.
Wow, I never thought about it like that. If we face our toughest areas head on, we'll improve so much faster.
And remember, practice makes perfect. It's okay to struggle a little. It's part of the process. If you keep at it, you'll get better and better.
I love that. If we embrace the challenge, we'll definitely see results.
100%. So don't shy away from your weaknesses. If you're avoiding something because it's hard, that's exactly where you'll grow the most.
Tip 1. Leverage AI tools to review and correct mistakes. So, for our final tip today, let's talk about AI tools. Noah, what's the deal with using AI in language learning?
AI is like having your very own personal English coach. You don't always need a teacher by your side. With tools like ChatGPT, you can practice conversations, get grammar tips, and even improve your vocabulary.
I love that. But what if I make a mistake while using AI? Won't that just confuse me more?
Well, great question. Mistakes are actually really helpful. AI tools help you spot them, and you can track those errors so you can focus on the areas that need improvement. It's like learning from your mistakes, but in real time.
That's true. It's like turning your mistakes into stepping stones to get better, right?
And the best part is, AI tools don't judge you. They're there to help you learn faster, smarter, and in a more efficient way. You can simulate conversations, ask for feedback, and practice as much as you want without any pressure.
Oh, I see. So instead of waiting for feedback from a teacher, you can just use these tools anytime to correct your mistakes and get better.
Exactly. AI tools are available 24/7, which means you can practice whenever it fits into your schedule. It's all about making learning easier and saving time.
That's amazing. I wish I had something like this when I was starting out. So don't be afraid to use AI tools. They can definitely speed up your learning process.
Definitely. It's like having a coach who's always there for you. So let's use AI to our advantage and improve faster.
So guys, there you have it. 8 powerful tips to help you study English faster and more effectively.
That's right. With these tips, you'll be on your way to mastering English in no time.
Don't forget to check out our ebook, 400 Daily Questions and Answers. It's packed with the most common English conversation questions and answers, plus tons of expressions you'll use every day.
Yes, it's a must-have resource for anyone looking to improve their English quickly. And if you found these tips helpful,
Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more awesome English learning hacks.
Let's ace English together, one step at a time. See you next time.